Senator Kennedy blows up on an arrogant woke judge during hearing in Congress. I just love watching Senator Kennedy go off on these woke Democratic judges and Democrats, man. It's just freaking amazing to watch. It's fun right doing this, right? It's like watching a wrestling match when Senator Kennedy gets on the floor. He like a freaking just go for the throat. You're like the Undertaker. When you hear that music, that music right here, and you know you screwed. Matter of fact, let's have that little music right there playing once he gets ready to introduce it in there. So yeah, that way it can be just right. Yeah, there you go. Just wait right here. Y'all gonna see what I'm about to do. Now let's go to right here. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's silence this. Put this right here. So yeah. Okay, you get ready to play it. Now we'll go hit that. There you go, you hear it. Senator Kennedy getting in their asses. There you go. There you go. Now, let's get back to what he's saying right here. Switch around, now watch the video.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm breaking down one of the most intense moments from a Senate hearing where Senator John Kennedy goes head-to-head with Judge Kogan over a shocking parole decision. The case at the center of this clash involves James Schoenfeld, convicted of kidnapping 26 children and burying them alive. This exchange raises a powerful question. Do violent criminals ever deserve parole?
Nope.
Stay tuned, because things get heated quickly.
Governor Brown in 2015 paroled Mr. James Schoenfeld. He was convicted of kidnapping 26 kids, juveniles, and burying them alive. Were you with Governor Brown then?
I left in 2015, so I'm unsure of the time period in which that occurred.
This happened in 2015.
That name is not familiar to me. What I can say is those decisions
Do you
are...
remember the case?
I do not.
Okay. When it happened, it got a lot of publicity in California. Did you call Judge Brown or Governor Brown and say, Governor, I love you, but what planet did you just parachute him from? Why have you done this?
I did not.
Do you agree with this decision?
I would need to look at the file. I don't know the context. I don't know the background, the insight, and the decision that Governor Brown would make is whether the parolee is poses an unreasonable risk to the safety of the community. And
do you think kidnapping 26 juveniles and burying them alive presents a risk to the community?
I certainly believe that if that individual is convicted of those crimes, which it sounds like he was,
yeah.
he would be a risk to the community.
But you don't have an opinion about whether Governor Brown did the right thing?
Again, Senator, I would have to be able to look at the complete file and all of the considerations required of the governor, who's ultimately makes the decision.
So he might have done the right thing, in your opinion.
I would want to look at the complete file in order to make an assessment.
All right, Judge.
In 2015, former California Governor Jerry Brown paroled James Schoenfeld, a man convicted of one of the most disturbing crimes imaginable, kidnapping a busload of children and burying them alive. This decision sparked outrage across the state and caught the attention of Senator John Kennedy. During the hearing, Kennedy directly confronted Judge Kogan, who once worked under Governor Brown, demanding answers about her position on that controversial choice. Senator Kennedy wasted no time. He pressed Judge Kogan on whether she was working with Governor Brown when the parole decision was made. When she explained she had left in 2015 and did not recall the case, Kennedy pushed harder, pointing out the national attention the crime received. He asked bluntly why she hadn't questioned the governor at the time and demanded to know if she agreed with the release of a man convicted of burying children alive. Judge Kogan stood firm in her position. She said she did not remember the case, and without reviewing the full parole file, she could not form an opinion on whether the governor made the right call. She emphasized that parole decisions are ultimately about whether someone poses an unreasonable risk to the community, and without all the facts, she would not make a judgment. This exchange turned into a powerful standoff of principles. Kennedy framed the issue in stark terms, pointing out the obvious dangers of someone who once kidnapped and buried children alive. Kogan insisted that careful review and context are necessary before reaching conclusions. The back and forth highlighted a much bigger question. Should violent criminals ever be trusted with a second chance, or do some crimes remove the possibility of parole forever? Beyond this single case, the hearing opened up a national discussion about justice, safety, and the responsibility of leaders when making parole decisions. Can any amount of rehabilitation outweigh crimes this severe? Should governors be allowed such discretion? And what does it mean for public safety when parole boards and leaders release dangerous offenders back into society? This was one of the most intense Senate hearing exchanges in recent memory, and it goes beyond just one man's parole. It challenges us to think about justice, risk, and redemption. What do you think? Should someone guilty of kidnapping and burying children alive ever be released? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button on Capital Insights, like this video, and share.